So let's start from the home front. The players and officials of the Super Eagles are expected to start arriving in Uyo on May 30 ahead of Nigerians World Cup qualifier against South Africa on June 7. A top official of the team has revealed. Super Eagles coach Finidi George recently released a team list for the qualifier, which will be followed by another game against Benin Republic in Cote d'Ivoire on June 10. Most of the 23 players listed for the games are already in Nigeria, except Joe Aribo, whose team played an English Championship promotion game against Leeds United yesterday. According to the Nigerian Football Federation source, the body has started putting the logistics ready for the arrival of the players in Uyo, with some secretariat staff set to move to the Akwa Ibom state capital early this week. Nigeria is in Group C of the 2026 World Cup African Qualifying Series alongside South Africa, Rwanda, Lesotho, Zimbabwe and the Benin Republic. The Super Eagles are third on the log with 2 points after 2 draws with Lesotho at home and Zimbabwe away. Leaders Rwanda have 4 points, while second place South Africa are on 3 points. After failing to qualify for the 2022 edition, the Super Eagles must beat South Africa and the Benin Republic in the forthcoming matches to retain hopes of qualifying for the 2026 World Cup to be hosted by the United States, Canada and Mexico. Still on the home front, Edo Queens have emerged winners of the 2024 Nigerian Women Football League title following a 1-1 draw against Bayelsa Queens yesterday. Moses Aduku's side finished top of the Nigerian Women Football League Super 6 playoff standings with 10 points from 4 games. It was the first time the Benin girls will be winning NWFL title. They will represent Nigeria in the CAF Women's Champions League next season. Rivers Angels finished in second position after they were held to a 1-1 draw by Atlant Queens. In the Nigeria Premier Football League, Rangers maintained their push for the Nigeria Premier Football League title courtesy of a 3-0 win against Bayelsa United at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu yesterday. Former MPFL top scorer Godwin Obaje bagged a brace for the Flying Antelopes with Chidozie Okorie netting the other goal. Rangers topped the standings with 60 points from 33 games. Holders in Imba moved to second position after a hard-fought 1-0 win at local rivals Abia Warriors. Bernard Ovoke scored the winning goal 18 minutes from time. Remo Stars dropped to third position following a 3-2 defeat to Kwara United in Ilorin. Kwara United raced into a 3-goal lead through Wasiu Alalade, Isaiah Eje and Ahmad Akinyele's own goal. The visitors, however, reduced its deficit. Former champions Akwa United boosted their survival hopes with a 2-1 away win against Lobby Stars. In Akure, Sunshine Stars and Bendel Insurance battled to a 0-0 draw, while there was also no winner in the game between Plateau United and Niger Tornadoes. While at the Muhammadu Diko Stadium, Shooting Stars were held to a 2-2 draw by their host Katsina United. Elsewhere, the Atlant were in fine form as they defeated Gombe United 3-0. Rivers United thrashed the Sporting Lagos 4-1 in another match day 33 encounter in Port Harcourt. And full results in the MPFL over the weekend. Plateau United and Niger Tornadoes drew 0-0. While Rangers and Bayelsa United, Rangers defeated Bayelsa United by 3-0. Rivers United thrashed and stormed Sporting Lagos by 4-1. Katsina United and Shooting Stars drew 2-2. Sunshine Stars and Bendel Insurance shared the spoils at 0-0. Atlant United defeated Gombe United 3-0. Lobby Stars were stunned at home by Akwa United by 2-1. Kano Pillars defeated Doma United 3-1. Kwara United defeated Remo Stars by 3-2. While Iyimba stunned Abia Warriors at home by 1-0. Let's quickly look at some Nigerian Super Eagles players in Europe over the weekend. Maduka Okoye was in goal for Udinese, who peeped Frosinone 1-0 away to avoid relegation on the final day of the Serie A. While Rafael Oyedika won the 2023-2024 Belgian Pro League title with Club Brugge. Club Brugge were held to a new draw by Cell Brugge in their last league game of the season on Sunday night. Elsewhere, Bright Osai Samuel was in target for Fenerbahce, who thrashed visited Istanbulspor 6-0 on the final day in the Turkish Super League. Osai Samuel scored in 66 minutes to put his side 4-0 ahead. And the goal was his fourth in 23 appearances in the Turkish top flight this season. Unfortunately, the big win was not enough as Fenerbahce were beaten to the league title by Galatasaray. Fenerbahce needed to beat Istanbul and hope Galatasaray drop points and Konyaspor. While in Italy, Super Eagles winger Ademola Lookman was on target as Atalanta defeated Torino 3-0 in Sunday's Serie A game. You should also recall that the Nigerian international netted a hat-trick to help Atalanta clinch the Europa League title against Bayer Leverkusen at midweek. However, Lookman continued in that same form as he scored the second goal in the 43rd minute after Skamaka had given the hosts the lead in 26 minutes. It was Lookman's 10th goal of the season he made in 30 appearances. When you say man on fire, Ademola Lookman is on fire. Why you also say men mount? Lookman is mounting at the moment. Let's quickly move over to basketball. Still on the home front, having struggled off the disappointment of their loss on Saturday to AS Douanes of Senegal in a classification game. Rivers Hoopers will take on US Monsatia of Tunisia today at the BK Arena Kigali in Rwanda. The Nigerians Golden Eaglets lost 1-0 to Cote d'Ivoire in the semi-finals of the WAFU B Under-17 tournament in Ghana on Saturday. And with the defeat, the Eaglets would not be at the Under-17 African Cup of Nations and also miss out on qualification to the World Cup. The hero for the Ivorians was Yuba Koulibaly as he got the only goal in the 54th minute. The Junior Elephants have now qualified for the Under-17 AFCON tournament and they will take on Burkina Faso in the final, while the Eaglets and Ghana will face off in the third place game. When they say that they defeated their senior colleagues in the AFCON 2023 in February, the junior ones were saying we can do what our seniors did not do. But fortunately, baby elephants of Cote d'Ivoire defeated the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria, making them miss out on the Under-17 AFCON and also a qualification for the World Cup. Let's move on to the world of Formula One. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc took pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix from McLaren's Oscar Piastri. Leclerc, the form driver all weekend and looking at one with the circuit in his Ferrari, beat the Australian by 0.154 seconds. While world champion Max Verstappen, struggling all weekend in his Red Bull, could manage only 6th place after hitting the wall at the first corner of his final lap. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz was third ahead of McLaren's Lando Norris and Mercedes' George Russell, whose teammate Lewis Hamilton was 7th. The scale of Leclerc's achievements was apparent by the lap time. His margin over Piastri was bigger than the gap separating the McLaren driver from Verstappen in 6th. Award of 10 years, four-time major winner Naomi Osaka said her first round win over Italy's Lucia Brusenti at the French Open was like a roller coaster. Japan's Osaka came through 6-1, 4-6, 7-5 for her first victory at Roland Garros in 3 years. The victory could have been swifter for Osaka, who led 4-0 in the third set before Brusenti mounted a late challenge. The former world number 1 is playing in just her second major since returning from maternity leave in January. A win in Paris sets up a likely second round meeting with defending champion and heavy title favorite Iga Swiatek, who takes on France Lyolia Jinjin on Monday. Osaka says she watched Swiatek play a lot when she was pregnant, adding it would be a big honor to play the current world number 1. Are you sure about that, Naomi? Iga Swiatek is the woman that is mounting right now. When you say women mount, Iga Swiatek is mounting. Moving on to the men, Andy Murray may have played his final French Open singles match after losing to Stan Wawrinka in a one-sided first-round meeting between the veteran pair. Andy Murray, who is 37, has said this year is likely to be his last one on tour and avoided surgery on his ankle injury in order to return to Roland Garros. But his lack of court time was evident in a 6-4, 6-4, 6-2 loss to a 39-year-old Swiss. It was the former world number 1 first appearance in the Paris clay since the first round defeat in 2020. And only the second since a brutal loss in the 2017 semi-finals, both also at the hands of Wawrinka. So this is not once beaten, twice shy. It is twice beaten, 3 times shy. Murray's exit on day 1 in Paris came after Jack Draper lost to Dutch qualifier Jasper de Jong as the British campaign got off to an inauspicious start. Draper was 22, is 35th in the world, but was beaten 7-5, 6-4, 6-7, 3-7, 3-6, 6-3 by 176 ranked de Jong. Murray and Draper were the first of 6 British players to step out onto the Roland Garros dirt, with Katie Boulter, Cameron Norrie, Dan Evans and Arias Daz opening their campaigns on Monday and Tuesday. Murray's French Open is not over yet as he has entered the men's doubles alongside Evans. And Carlos Alcaraz says his injured forearm is getting better and better after claiming a dominant first-round French Open win over JJ Wolf. The 21-year-old pulled out of the Monte Carlo Masters in April with a muscle strain and arrived in Paris without much match practice. However, he dropped just 4 points in a 6-1, 6-2, 6-1 dispatching of American lucky loser Wolf. Wimbledon champion Alcaraz wore a compression sleeve on his arm during the match, and he needed just 1 hour and 51 minutes to win, with his ground strokes close to their formidable best. He hit 27 winners to just 16 unforced errors and registered 5 aces as it beats to better a semi-final showing from last year. Alcaraz will play qualifier Jasper de Jong in the second round after the Dutchman shocked Britain's Jack Draper in 5 sets. Rafael Nadal returns to action at his favorite tournament today, but he faces his trickiest French Open opener for many years. The Spanish great, a record 14 times champion as Roland Garros, faces 4th seed Alexander Zverev at It has seemed like this would be the 37-year-old final French Open appearance, but he said earlier this week he would not close the door on extending his career. And now let's move over to the world of the king of sports, football. Manchester United FA Cup winner Alejandro Garnacho has won the Premier League's Goal of the Season award for 2023-2024. Garnacho's goal, United opener in a 3-0 win at Goodison Park last year, was named the league's goal of the month back in November. Following the conclusion of the season, the strike went up against the other 8 goal of the month winners from throughout the campaign, a short list which included 3 other United players. Bruno Fernandes was a contender due to his belting volley at Burnley in October, Kobe Mainoo for his solo stunner at Wolves in February, and Marcus Rashford took match prize for his booming long ranger at Manchester City. The Argentinian international has already been awarded the BBC's goal of the season accolade and is surely favourite for the club's own equivalent prize, with result expected in the next few days. Garnacho was on target as United beat rivals Manchester City 2-1 in the FA Cup final on Saturday. Speaking about Manchester United's rival Manchester City, Pep Guardiola expected to depart Premier League champions Manchester City next summer. Guardiola, who joined the club 8 years ago, has 12 months left on a contract that sources believe will be his last at the Etihad Stadium. City will give Guardiola space to make a final decision on his future and wants him to extend his stay after 15 major trophies, including delivering a first Champions League. The clubs that will be excited about this departure would all none other be Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, and the fans of Arsenal. Moving away from that, Southampton beat Leeds in the Championship playoff final to secure an immediate return to the Premier League and the £140 million to go with it. The Saints' 11-year spell in the top flight came to an end after a wretched campaign last time out, but despite finishing 1 place and 3 points behind Leeds in 4th, it is they who join Leicester and Ipswich in going up. Adam Armstrong scored a decisive goal with a clinical finish after being put clear by Will Smallbone. Defeat for Leeds consigned them to another season in the Championship and meant they have now lost their past 3 finals at Wembley without scoring and being unsuccessful in all 6 of their playoffs campaign. No be juju be that. But congratulations to Southampton and welcome back to the English Premier League. So it's going to be Southampton, Leicester City and Ipswich. Let's see if they don't fall by the wayside again, as the others did. Luton Town, Sheffield United and Burnley. In Spain, Xavi's time at Barcelona boss came to an end with a 2-1 win at Sevilla in the final La Liga game of the season. Fermin Lopez scored the winner, running to celebrate with the departing boss, who was told on Friday he was being sacked. Robert Lewandowski's early goal gave the visitors the lead before Sevilla's Yusuf Enesri responded. Barcelona were already guaranteed to finish second in La Liga behind champions Real Madrid, while Sevilla ended the season in 14th. And former Spain midfielder Xavi said in January that he was going to leave the new camp, but was persuaded to stay by club president Joan Laporta in April. However, during a meeting with Laporta and sporting director Deco, exactly a month since it was announced that he would remain at the club, the 44-year-old was told he would not be staying. Former Bayern Munich boss Hansi Flick is set to replace him. FA Cup final. Manchester United and manager Erik ten Hag defied all the odds and their critics to pull off a stunning FA Cup final victory over hot favourites Manchester City at Wembley. All bets, all odds, all wins, all tickets were cut short on Saturday by 2 teenagers, Alejandro Garnacho and Kobe Mainoo, at Wembley, as Manchester United lifted their 13th FA Cup trophy. Ten Hag went into this Manchester derby final with the growing expectation that he would be sacked by United's new co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe, irrespective of the outcome. If Ten Hag is to be dismissed, he will be going out of the back of the finest day of his 2-year reign and United's finest moment for years, following a performance that was virtually unrecognizable from the dismal fare that have been served this season. United's triumph with United Premier League champion City, a second consecutive domestic double, was built on an outstanding first half display that brought goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Kobe Mino. Garnacho was the beneficiary of a mix-up between City's keeper Stefan Ortega and Jose Guardol as he was left with an open goal. But yes, I've been getting people say a good season for Arsenal without a trophy, and the worst season for Manchester United since 1990 with a trophy. But guess what? Arsenal took a trophy now early this year. They had the what? the community shield. Some people say it's not trophy, it's just plates. What do you say about that, Arsenal fans? We move again next season as the anthem. Next season is coming right up. A huge congratulations to Manchester United again. At least you have something to celebrate. And that's all I have for you on Sports in the Jiffy today. My name remains Oluwatomi with the EY. 60 days to the Olympics. Who is excited? Who is elated? Who is eager to see the Olympics come? 26th of July 2024 to August 11, 2024. We are right here on your urban lifestyle station, High Impact 102.1 FM, to give you a great breakdown, highlights of everything sports. The Morning Impact Show continues. Oluwatomi with the EY. Stay tuned.
In case you don't know, this is High Impact 102.1 FM.